Okay, Christina here to listen to some music, and today's music selection is American Woman by the Guess Who. I don't really know anything about the Guess Who. I've done a reaction to The Who on the channel, but that is apparently not the same group, and that's okay, and we're not going to do a comparison necessarily. The Guess Who, what I have learned so far, is they are from Canada. The band formed in 1958. This song came out in 1970. And so that's pretty much all I know so far. But we will learn as we go. And that includes from all of you. So please feel free to leave information in the comments because it all adds to my experience here. But we're not just here for my experience. We're here for yours. I am a professional classically trained musician, instrumentalist, vocalist, composer, and professor. So with this music, we dive into all the little details, how it's composed, the instrumentation, maybe some theory or form and analysis, some instrument demos, but most of all, how do we relate to this music? Why do we like it? Or why do we not like it? In the end, I'll also sort of decide if it's worthy to go on my own personal playlist, and I do truly appreciate a lot of what I hear on the channel, but we'll see how it goes each time. But for now, no more delay. Let's listen. Okay, here we go.
American woman gonna mess your mind. American woman, she gonna mess your mind. American woman gonna mess your mind. American woman gonna mess your mind. Say A, say M, say E, say R, say I, C. Say A, M, American woman gonna mess your mind.
Well, okay. I had no idea what to expect going into this. So it's taking me just a moment. For some reason, I was thinking this was going to be like a more hard rock band kind of sound. And this is really easygoing and simple and bluesy and kind of wonderful. I like the spelling out of American. It was really cute. The guitar work is really great. All right, so I'm not sure who the woman is. Obviously she's American, but she's messing with somebody. Is that kind of like in a good and fun way or a not so fun way? So, you know. All right, let's just keep going. Gotta find out. Guess who we're singing about here?
American woman gonna mess your mind. American woman gonna mess your mind. American woman, stay away from me.
that took a turn. I like where it turned. Is this maybe, is the intro included in like on the radio version? This one is like 5 minutes long, but I think there might be a shorter version. I don't know. All right, well, let me know in the comments. We'll get it straight here pretty soon. That's quite an intro, though. I just don't know if I see that being on the radio. I see more like it started right where the rock and roll part came in, which, by the way, was really cool. I was prepared for a simple bluesy experience all the way through, but then it did switch up here. So kind of messing with our minds here. I'm catching on to a lot of the lyrics. Again, I'm music first, lyrics second kind of a person, a listener here. So the lyrics are really coming out strongly to me. And wow, I don't know what this lady did, but he's not very happy with her. Yikes. But it also could be more than just one person and just sort of representative of a certain group of women. There's definitely some drama there and a story behind it, but we'll get there. It could be more metaphorical, but again, we'll get there. Just letting it all sink in. It's also very repetitive, but I think that's sort of the point, really getting that point across here, and it definitely is there. So let's keep going.
American woman said get away. American woman, listen what I say. Don't come hanging around my door. Don't wanna see your face no more. I don't need your war machines. I don't need your ghetto scenes. Colored lights can hypnotize, sparkle someone else's eyes. Now woman, get away from me. American woman, mama, let me be. Go, gotta get away, now go, go, go. I'm gonna leave you, woman, gonna leave you, woman. Bye, 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 bye. You're no good for me. I'm no good for you. Gonna look you right in the eye. Tell you what I'm gonna do. You know I'm gonna leave. You know I'm gonna go. You know I'm gonna leave. You know I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave. Goodbye, American woman. Goodbye, American chick.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's a person, an actual person. I think this is more metaphorical. Let's just take a look at the lyrics, just because I thought I heard a few things towards the end. I really like how much the words are repeated. Sometimes it can be too much, but this main theme that is repeated is just so good. It's fine. Let it repeat. Okay, so yeah, stay away from me. Mama, let me be. I got more important things to do. Colored lights can hypnotize. Okay, so this is what I noticed. I don't need your war machines. That doesn't say romance issues to me. That says more issues within society. And then, and I'm not seeing it here, but at one point I thought it said, "Mother, let me be," which is also not what someone would call the girlfriend, mama, hey mama, but mother, that changes the tone, but I'm not seeing that listed here in the lyrics. Maybe I'm just missing it, or maybe I misheard it, but either way, there's a lot of emphasis here on leaving. So it's not just a matter of saying stay away, it's a matter of leaving. I think War Machines is a really big clue. You're no good for me, I'm no good for you. It seems like this is very imposing, whatever it is. Okay, and this is 1970. Is this a protest song? It's definitely protesting something. Is it war? I mean, it says War Machine. Or is it more like pop culture, people who sell out? Maybe women who are more shallow? But then that would be oddly specific. So, Okay, well, I'm going to go with a war protest song. I think that's what we have here. But at the same time, it could be interpreted, if the listener wanted to have it mean a specific woman. So if you have been scorned by anyone, you can listen to this and just kind of get some of that rage out, that frustration out, I guess. Okay, but when the main theme came in with the American woman, it did sound familiar to me. I believe that there's a cover of this, right? Yeah, okay. It's been mentioned. What's his name? Oh, Lenny Kravitz. Lenny Kravitz. He did a cover of this. When was that? It might have been late 90s. I don't know. There is one song of his that I really love. And for those of you that know the song, you might know why I love it. It Ain't Over Till It's Over. I love that song. That came out, late 80s, early 90s, which is the window that I listened to popular music. I never really got into anything else he did, but that particular song, it has the strings in it, and it's just really, I think it's a beautifully made song. Maybe I can do a deep dive on it sometime, because I just think it's a really great song. But yeah, I think Lenny did a cover of this song. So I've probably heard that, and I've probably heard this in movies and stuff. There's something just about that main theme that does sound familiar, like absolutely. But now I know more of the context. And just the fact that that main theme is repeated so much, I can see how it would be something that we've all heard at one point or another. But now, having experienced the whole song, it does change my perspective a little bit. So I think I'm safe in assuming that the intro part, the bluesy part, was probably not on the radio. I really enjoyed it. I wish it would be. I wish they would include it if that is the case, because it's just really neat. And then the turn that it takes, it's very startling. And you know what? If this is a protest song, that could be that, like the innocence of the before and then the turmoil of the after and whatever is happening here. Almost like there's something here to protest, but maybe you're kind of in denial at first, and then you sort of cross the line where you need to be a little bit more straightforward about it. So let's just hear the beginning again, because it was really great. Love that little blues dissension there. Love it. So bum 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 ba dum ba da, just that da. You hear that little grace note that goes into that. Just whoever's doing this has a lot of ease and comfort with playing in this blues style. And then now I'm remembering that we got to hear the vocalist up close. The up close and personal version of that voice. The voice where in that main theme when he was singing it in the rock and roll part. Wow, right? The grumble to his voice. What a great rock and roll kind of voice. Oh my goodness. And so here up close, it's pretty exposed. His vibrato it's very tight and narrow. And I did notice a few times with the guitar that the vibrato on the guitar was a little more wide. But I still think both voices interact well together. And of course, guitar, by guitar I meant the electric guitar in the rest of it, in the rock and roll part. This acoustic guitar here that started out with that great chord with the harmonics at the top, love it. I just think it's a great intimate bluesy moment. Let's hear it again. I want to hear that opening chord again. And then hear how the voice like starts to stumble in. Doesn't start with all of those words right away. Because, it's coming a lot for the rest of the song. So it's okay to delay the words just a little bit. I love that. Da, 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 da. Excellent. Sort of little scat improv there. Love it.
American woman gonna mess your mind. American woman, she gonna mess your mind. American woman gonna mess your mind.
He's just giving us a little hint of the rock and roll
American
sound.
woman gonna mess your mind. Say A, say M, say E, say R, say I.
Yeah, that's funny how I was like, oh, he's going to spell out the whole word. Okay, let's go for it. A little cheerleader there, right? Okay. I don't think it was an authentic cheer, though. I think it was a little sarcastic, a little bit forced. That's a great move. Love it. So I'm also thinking that it's two guitars now. I don't think one person can do that. If I'm wrong, let me know. One person playing the yum, bum, 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 and then dun, 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 all the stuff up there. I'm good with strings. This is my kind of string instrument. I don't know as much about guitar, but I'm learning. So feel free to let me know how that was done. Okay, but let's get into where we switched over.
American woman gonna mess your mind.
Love the slow down. Different key as well. Interesting. Okay, so in my headphones, it's mixed in a really interesting way. Everything is sort of compartmentalized. So it's not just one big wash of sound. The main guitar is right, like the solo is right in front of you, but the percussion is here, the backup guitar is here, and then you have the interjections with the voice. So it's almost a little disorienting. And I think that discomfort is sort of trying to build up to represent something for us. The whole thing is just really dry and harsh. And then there is this funny percussion sound. And I didn't catch on to it at first. I noticed it later on, and just now I heard it. It was there at the beginning. It's this little boom sound. And what's interesting is that I feel like that is sort of imitating the slidiness with the blues, and the vocalist is kind of doing the same thing, like ooh, making the same sound. But it's first established there in the percussion. Let's go back and hear it. Did you hear it? That. It's there at the beginning of every bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and see, the voice did it. so there's this play between being dry and sustained. So that da 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 da, very dry. Some of the percussion is very dry. But then we have the cymbal work in the percussion, and that percussion sound, and then the solo guitar that is just singing. At first I thought maybe it was a synthesizer, but then no, it's an electric guitar, but it's like so completely sustained. And so if this is a protest song, I can see how that would be like if you have something that you want to say and you start the stream of words, it's going to go. And so there's this guitar, but then it's not going to be good enough. We do have a little bit of anger built up. And so when the lead vocalist comes in with his grumbliness, that awesome rock and roll sound, that's going to add that in for us. I really do think that the guitar solo is just kind of otherworldly. Like I said, it was almost like a synthesizer at first, because it's so in your face and sustained. So I'm going to move forward and show a different spot where this happens. I'm trying to find it here.
Woman, listen what I say.
It's a pretty simple line.
American woman,
but it says a lot. Yeah, and so the vocalist is kind of carrying both the dry and the sustained character with this. The sliding around, but the American woman, that part is more dry. It taps into what I'm hearing in the background with the background guitar and half of the percussion. But then how he sustains some of the words. I just remember hearing he, that kind of thing, like one syllable spread out over a whole bunch of notes. So the interplay with the otherworldly guitar is really cool. Let's move ahead to the guitar solo.
Hey, hey.
It's the same simple thing. Do you hear the wider vibrato there, though? Finished yet. Got more to say. Let's get a little grumbly, just like the vocals. A lot of time on that one note. Nice. Now you can hear that more here. Love it.
American woman.
Nice. Man, he's got a great voice for this group and for this style. Fantastic. Just that classic rock and roll voice. Okay, so obviously there's a little duet here going on with the solo guitar and the vocals. Let's go to the end to hear what happens there. It turns into an actual duet.
Mama, let me be. Go, gotta get away now. Go.
Together.
I'm gonna leave you, woman. Gotta leave you, woman. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
They're completely together there. Okay, so is this sort of an argument, like the breakup argument, whether it's metaphorical or not? So is the guitar the woman and is the vocalist, the main character here? Because they're absolutely like quarreling, but at one point they're both saying bye-bye. Interesting. So they're both agreeing. Okay, he's saying they're no good for each other, and she's saying, yeah, we're no good for each other. Maybe we should just split. But I do think it's interesting how he says bye-bye. And actually the boom, it kind of replicates that percussion sound too. There was something almost humorous. Like, I think this is somewhat of a serious thing here, if it's a protest song, that sometimes all you can do is just laugh about something. And so maybe it's sort of celebrating being able to come to the conclusion of what you believe for this matter. So let's continue. Let's hear it out. They're quarreling.
You know I'm gonna
Go.
You know I'm gonna You know I'm gonna go.
I love it. Okay. That was super soulful. Way more involved with that duet at the end than I was even at first remembering. There's a lot of meaning behind this. And that has been a lot of fun to catch on to. Okay, that was American Woman by the Guess Who. I'm not sure if I know any other songs by this group. They have sort of a, like what I would say the stereotypical 70s rock and roll band sound to them. Very iconic. And I think maybe this song, if I'm right about it being a protest song, which I think I am, I think it might even fall into the category of more like an anthem of its time. So for those of you out there who were music fans and around in the world at the time that this song was out, how was this received? How was this song utilized in the culture of the day? I am curious to find out. I am also now really curious to go back and listen to Lenny Kravitz's version of this, because I think I can kind of picture it, and I think it could be really cool. But of course, I will always appreciate this version of it because this is plenty cool itself. It's really great. So, will it go on my playlist? Yes, absolutely. It's a really great, energetic song. And you can choose to sort of put the depth behind it if it's there that you want or not. Okay, so don't forget to do all the things, like and subscribe. You can find me on Patreon or become a channel member. And the channel is really growing, so we've got a great community in both places. And also a nice backlog now of past reactions, including exclusive content, things like that. So if you become a member in each place, in one of the two places, you get access to all of that stuff that I've sort of been building here for the last year. It's been over a year now. But no matter where you join me here, just always remember that you don't have to be perfect. Just be okay. And keep listening.